Virgo, this is Muertoro Chris. Welcome to the Guard Owl. Today we're going to be doing your general tarot card reading for the month of November 2020. I pre-shuffled the cards, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Silence I ask of the Holy Kindred, sons and daughters of La Santísima Muerte, high and low. At your waist fall, Mother, I will relay the things unspoken of, forgotten and kept in secret. Heat and cold, as I walk through this home, a far scene which rise in terror. All right, Virgo, so crowning your reading for the month of November, we have the Strength card in reverse, the Hierophant, the Magician, the World, the Emperor, and Temperance in reverse. Not bad so far. Majority of the crowning cards are upright, so that's pretty good. Below the crowning cards, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Swords, King of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Wands in reverse, and Four of Wands. Okay, Virgo, let me go ahead and show you the spread without the glare. Okay, Virgo, so starting with your main crowning card for the month of November 2020, we have the Strength card in reverse. Nothing to be alarmed about because it's a reversal card. It's actually pretty good. It's talking more or less to me about wanting to step out of being too much of the hermit introvert that you Virgos naturally are, and becoming a little bit more extroverted during the season holidays. And this can be due to, everything that's going on with the scamdemic, not just the fact that being the hermetic Virgos that you are, natural born introverts, but because of having to self-quarantine by force, it's kind of excessive for you all. And so for some of you Virgos, you might definitely be looking forward into the season holidays as an excuse for extrovertism, if that's even a word. It is now, I sounded it out. But yeah, so definitely looking forward to, being the extrovert introvert in the month of November 2020 and beyond, going into December and into New Year's, due to the scamdemic, and whatnot. So moving forward, we have the Hierophant crowning the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, talking a lot about your traditionalism when it comes down to organizations and possible voluntary work, because it is the season holidays kicking in. So definitely room for that extroverted role that you're wanting to possibly take on for some of you Virgos. Definitely in the month of November and December with charitable, good deeds, some volunteer work, joining up with some type of organization, some teaming up. But for some of you Virgos, I'm getting the sense that some of you have already had these opportunities. They've already risen up to your attention. And so with this Two of Cups in the reverse, kind of like being stuck between a rock and a hard place with that decision, whether you should go with your own intuition and join up the organization or the voluntary team that you feel would be better for you, or if there's other like family or friends trying to kind of like, not in a negative way. I don't want you to think that I'm using this word in a negative way, but coaxing you to join them in some other type of organization or volunteering type job, but definitely wanting to, rather go along with your intuition, and that is precisely what you should do. So with this Two of Pentacles in the reverse, definitely not second guessing anymore, but definitely going along with your own intuition, definitely wanting to go along with your own standards of tradition, and that's very much being the Hermetic Virgo, making your own wise decisions. And that is your own type of tradition. So it falls into place and makes very much sense to me with this Hierophant card crowning the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, because the Hierophant card is very much a card about traditionalism and also of organization. So not bad at all starting off in your month of November and just sticking to your guns. Following, we have the Alchemist crowning over the Five of Swords. So coming along now from that kind of family line of things for yourself, moving into the social line of things with this Alchemist riding over the Five of Swords. Now it's a matter of just trying to figure out how you want to go about being the extrovert, since you're so used to being the introvert, and a sense of kind of like nervousness I'm getting, and the feeling of like, well, I'm so used to being on my own, and now I'm letting my guard down, to now when you go out and about and doing some voluntary type work or joining these so-called organizations of sorts, kind of starting to get the sense of like maybe people watching over your shoulder a little much, watching over your back a little much, possibly gossiping about you. And I want you to know, for some of you Virgos that might be going through this already, or maybe going through this pretty soon, because you're breaking out of the introvert vibe that you're used to and going into the extrovert vibe. This is actually more so something that would be kind of like in your head, and it's only because you're used to being so introverted by choice, and also by your actual nature as a Virgo, introvert, and empath as well. I'll go ahead and add that to it. And where we get that empathic part is because of the Alchemist, and also because your associated card is the Hermit. Two definite, very spiritual and magical cards that are in association with you. So definitely trying to kind of like use your intuition and trying to like not let it get to you. So for those of you Virgos out there that are going to be doing some volunteer work, joining up in any kind of organization, don't feel, when you do feel that people are talking about you in the negative, or kind of keeping their eyes on you too much in a negative way, or judging you, it's not anything like that. It's just more so something that you're not used to, because you're so used to of being on your own most of the majority of the time. So it's going to come along, with the territory of breaking out of the introvert vibe and going into the extrovert vibe. All right, moving forward, Virgo, we have the World riding over the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So with this World card riding over the King of Pentacles in reverse, I'm getting for some of you Virgos that are very much into the arts, whether it's in music, arts, crafting, but those of you that are into like the market of selling your arts, your crafts, your music, your production value type stuff, and kind of things kind of coming to a halt over the next couple of months. I'm seeing this going between now, already it started. You're starting to see the decline in your sales, and it's kind of moving into the month of January as far as I can tell. And we're getting this with this King of Pentacles in the reverse, because Pentacles is typically, the suit of Pentacles is typically associated with the material world, material gain, financial gain, wealth, things of that nature. And with the King of Pentacles, definitely a very high standardized card. However, in the reverse, we are starting to see a decline. And so this can very much so begin to start affecting your world, so to speak. Not so much in the sense of individuality, or in the sense of not even like well-being, but more so we're talking about like the pocket here. So issues possibly having to pay the bills and of that nature. And even though I was talking about some of you Virgos at the beginning of this reading going into, volunteering type work, organizational type volunteer type work, it's that kind of stuff is really not going to be in the way of anything. What's really going to be in the way of things at the same token, believe it or not, is actually going to be the season holidays, because this is the time where people begin to save up for gifts, to give to their family members for Christmas coming up. So a lot of people are doing their holiday shopping online, but then it's a little bit more expensive for people because of the way everything's going on with the scamdemic. Not too many people getting together for the holidays, but definitely still keeping with the tradition of sending gifts to each other via USPS and FedEx and whatnot. And so because of that, things are going to be getting a little bit more expensive for people. So for those of you that are into selling your arts, your crafts, your music, your film production, I'm specifically talking to those people that are very independent Virgos that produce music, art, crafts, film, things of that nature. You'll probably see a decline financially for those of you. However, this also kind of should give you a little bit of a boost, if anything. So on your own time, definitely work on your art, work on your skill. It's not anything to bring you down, but if anything, as a means to kind of uplift you and kind of push you a little bit more, and to inspire you. But then again, like I'm saying, that's for those Virgos out there that are very independent arts and craftsmen, independent musicians, independent filmmakers and whatnot. Moving forward, we have the Emperor riding over the Two of Wands. So with this Emperor riding over the Two of Wands, this is more in the love line of the kind of things, and just kind of sticking it out as the introvert that you are when it comes down to the relationship, just different types of relationships, whether it's new friends, new romantic type love coming into your life, whether or not you should bring a pet into your life or not. It's really not the time to actually really be doing that for some of you, the Virgos, because you're going to actually be really busy in the month of November, starting in the month of November, going through the holidays, through December and into January. I definitely see the sign of Virgo for many Virgos being very, very busy. And so it's definitely not a time to really be frolicking around, so to speak, with brand new love of any sort. Maybe making a couple of friends here and there, but when it comes down to like the romantic type relationship, bringing a new pet into your life, things of that nature, it's really not a good time to do that, because then at that point you really are adding more onto your plate than you can really handle, considering the fact that you're trying to break yourself out of the introvert kind of vibe into the extrovert type of vibe for a hermetic Virgo. This will kind of backfire on you. But at the same token, because some of you Virgos are going to be doing some voluntary work, organizational voluntary type work, of course, you're going to make some acquaintances, and that's fine. But for some of you Virgos out there, I'm not telling you what to do with your lives or anything, but it'd just be in your best interest to just kind of like keep at bay of any romantic type relationships sparking up within the next couple of months. I mean, hey, somebody likes you and you like them, take it very easy, take it extremely slow. Remember, Virgos, you're breaking out of that introverted hermetic vibe into the extrovert almost overnight. And this is something just for you. So enjoy that kind of vibe. Enjoy that introvert going into an extrovert type vibe for yourself before you bring somebody else into it. Remember, this is for you during the season holidays. After that, then go ahead, I would say, and start to, bring somebody into your life, bring a new pet into your life or whatnot. But for the time being, a few friends here and there, new ones here and there, not a bad idea. Moving forward to end your tarot card reading, we do have the Temperance card in reverse over the Four of Wands. So this was going to be towards the end of November. And with this Temperance card over the Four of Wands, I do definitely see some of you Virgos trying to crawl back into your introverted scope of life and how you like to do things. You want to go back to the hermit's cave, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that at all. I definitely see that happening, and it'd probably be for the best for you. Because with this Temperance card in the reverse, it kind of shows me not a feeling of like psychic vampires getting at your ass, but for some of you Virgos, it may kind of like feel like that because you're not used to being that extrovert right overnight. And so over the next 2-3 weeks, you'll start to feel that shift of kind of just feeling a little lethargic. And it's not really having anything to do with maybe coming down with a cold or COVID for that matter. We know how that goes. It's really not anything having to do with that so much, but it's more so the empath that comes along with being a Virgo. And so with that being said, a lot of Virgos tend to get drained right away when they're around a lot of people, like many Geminis do, in a very short amount of time. So Virgo, with that being said, go ahead towards the end of November, take a few days off for yourself, get back into that cave if you need to, but don't think to yourself, oh, this was a big old mistake for me to do voluntary work and get involved with these organizations and whatnot, or maybe I shouldn't have done this, I feel lethargic, I feel drained. It's okay for you to feel that way. It's okay for you to go ahead and regroup and replenish, and then get back out there and enjoy a little bit more in life, okay? Because come after January, okay, even though we're in the month of November, I'm seeing this going on for you Virgos all the way to January. Come January, it's all going to come to an end all over again for the Virgo, introvert turned extrovert overnight. Everybody's going to be going back to work again, especially after the new year, and everyone's going to start to really hit it hard, and so with that being said, Virgo is now going to try to shift back into it. And then Virgo is definitely going to go back into being that introvert all over. So enjoy the month of November, Virgo. Enjoy it all to yourself, Virgo. Enjoy the Thanksgiving holiday. Get out there if you can, talk with your family members, talk with your friends, try to get something going together. Do it safely, of course, because of the times that we're living in with this scamdemic. Do it by the book if you have to, but really take the time to enjoy it. Step out of that hermetic cave for a little bit. It's going to be really good for you. But at the very first sign of feeling drained, that's when you got to, revert back to your hermetic cave and just regroup, replenish, get some good rest, eat some fruit, eat some vegetables, drink some nice hot teas, and then once you're feeling back to your natural self after 3, 4, 5 days, get back out there and enjoy the rest of the holidays, and you're just going to be feeling great throughout the month of November. It's going to be like a roller coaster effect. So far you're kind of going up the roller coaster, and then the next couple weeks you're just going to be going fast down, and enjoying that down slope with exhilaration. And then all of a sudden it's just going to be like going back up the hill, but feeling that kind of like, whoa, kind of, lethargic kind of feel, like, a bit exhausted. It takes a lot of energy out of you. And that's okay. It's natural for you Virgos. So like I said, make sure to take that time to replenish and, eat something healthy for a few days, drink healthy fluids for a few days, and then get back out there and enjoy life again. Because like I said, come January, it's all going to come to a halt probably for the rest of the year again. So yeah, that's all I got for you Virgos. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you want to get together with me, go ahead and drop me an email at theguardowl@gmail.com for a personalized tarot card reading, and we will definitely get you situated for one. All right, Virgo, that's all I have for you. Enjoy Thanksgiving, and I will see you in the month of December. God bless.